Hey, Patrick, I got a funny Linux joke. Let me hear it. Why did the Linux user cross the road? Why? To tell everyone he uses Linux! Linux, oh Linux. Such a good operating system that nobody uses it. Except me. But apparently, you want to use it too, since you clicked on this video. Why are you doing this to yourself? And if that's the case, then don't worry, for you're in the right hands. See, I am a licensed Linux operating system enthusiast and resource whiz, otherwise known as... By the end of this Beginner's Guide Linux Let's Play series, you'll be typing out commands in the terminal faster than the velocity at which you're losing your friends, because they just can't fucking understand that you don't use Discord anymore because Discord is proprietary, glowy psyop spyware, and based open source Matrix and XMPP are so much better. Yeah. Dildos, I mean distros, short for distribution. Basically, distros are operating systems that use the Linux kernel. When you install Linux, what you're really installing is a Linux distro. Wow. So this is where I would tell you to go on the internet. Do some research about what distros are out there and choose whichever one you want, based on whichever one piques your interest. But who am I kidding? You're a Zoomer! A Zoomer with a brain fried from all that niche porn and short-form content and Family Guy clips. Which means you probably can't read anything longer than 4 sentences long, let alone do research. So, to simplify the Linux distro choosing process, I'm just gonna tell you a few of the popular Linux distros that exist out there. I even added some Soy Jacks and Subway Surfers gameplay and shit to keep you focused. Choose one of these distros, literally any one of them. It doesn't fucking matter which one you choose. And then we can move on. Yeah! So basically, unlike Windbloat and Crap OS, Linux by itself doesn't have any graphics. What? So then, how do you do things? Well, that's where desktop environments, or DEs for short, come in. The main two DEs are GNOME and Plasma. GNOME is a DE that somehow feels modern and outdated at the same time, missing basic features like notification icons and desktop icons. Plasma is a DE that lets you customize it down to the last fraction of every pixel on your semen-drenched laptop screen. It will glitch out on you every step of the way, though. Then you got all these other DEs like XFCE, which is like the third position of desktop environments, if you will. Mate, which is based on an older version of GNOME, and oh boy, you can tell from looking at it. This DE is probably perfect for all of you early 2000s idolizing Fruitiger Aero skeuomorphism Zoomer hipsters. Cinnamon, which is based on a slightly newer but still incredibly old version of GNOME, making it a slightly modern Mate. And finally you got this piece of shit everyone forgot about named Budgie. It's not good and nobody really cares about it anymore. Good riddance. Yeah! So if you're not a Linux plebe and are a total fucking autistic loser like I am, you probably decided a full-on desktop environment? That's complete bloat. DEs? What? Do I look like someone with a social life? Nope. Fuck that. I don't need a DE. A window manager is all I need. Specifically, I need a tiling window manager. I don't want my windows to stack on top of each other like a normal user interface. Oh no. I want my windows to always take up as much space as possible. If your computer looks like this, then congratulations! You've transcended from a normal Linux user all the way up to an omnipresent Linux being. You're a total fucking loser. My window manager of choice is Xmonad. It's way better than Qtile and i3. It does basically the exact same thing, but you know, I need to feel special by using this one specifically. Choosing a window manager, you know, it's a lot like choosing your gender. There's a whole bunch of them out there apparently. And once you find the one you want to base your personality around, you can add it to your list of mental disabilities on your Twitter bio. Yeah! So if you've been browsing too much G, you may have come across this term called ricing. In the car community, ricing means making shitty cosmetic mods to your car that don't actually improve performance and just make your car look like total shit. Ricing in the Linux sense means basically the same thing. Linux ricers will fight tooth and nail to convince you that their rice totally makes them super productive. But between you and me, they're just coping with the fact that they spent so much time trying to configure all these shitty programs to work with each other, and in the end ended up with what is essentially a shittier version of Emacs. So if you've actually been following along this video, God help you, you should now have a completely riced out GNU Geeks Awesome WM setup with Polybar and Conky and anime wallpapers. And if that's the case, all I gotta say is, be careful with that rope portal. It may look tempting, but on the other side of that rope, there is no anime girl harem waiting for you. It's only a black, cold, eternal void. But there's only one problem with your transition to Linux. You're still lacking all of the essential Linux programs. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna very lazily list out a bunch of Linux programs you should use. I could go into detail about each and every one of them, but honestly, I just want to finish recording this already so I can go back to watching hentai. Number 1. Brave. Don't be a be brave. G users will get that joke. Non-G users, they won't get it, but G users, they'll get it. Number 2. GIMP. The word GIMP literally means disabled in other parts of the world. Number 5. LibreOffice. Looks like the Office Wages made it in after all. Number 7. Super Tox Cards. Yes, this is a real thing. Yes, it does suck as much as you think it does. Number 11. Vim. Make editing text unnecessarily hard on yourself just to look cool online. Number 0. LMMS. It's like FL Studio, but somehow even less usable. Number 420. And here we are, number 42, was it? The most essential Linux program of all the Linux programs. QEMU. So you can install Windows and use that all the time instead of Linux.